Hi there. Welcome to today's 10-minute guided meditation. In today's meditation, we're going to go through some of the main themes that will be coming up during the Aquarius new moon happening on January 21st, 2023. We're going to walk through a couple of visualizations as well as reflecting on some questions in order to understand what the archetype of Aquarius and some of the other energies happening at this time might be revealing about us and about what's happening in our own life. So feel free to grab a seat or lay down, and let's go ahead and get started. If it feels comfortable to you, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose and sigh out the mouth. One more time, take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. One more time. And as you let yourself exhale through the mouth this final time, let yourself sink fully into the surface underneath you. Direct some of the energy to your brain. Imagine that there is a small flickering yellow light. And notice how over time this yellow light gets just a little bit bigger, starting to take up and light up different parts of your brain. The lights over time stops flickering and starts to get really strong and bright. This light is getting so big that now your whole brain is lit up. Maybe even causing a glow around your head. Feel all of this beautiful excitement and energy around your head. And just notice how wonderful it is to have this logical and rational part of ourselves. The sign of Aquarius can be quite rational and logical, oriented towards thoughts and intellect. So just for this 10-minute meditation, allow yourself to make peace with your brain, with your mind, with your thoughts, with your intellect. And acknowledge what a beautiful role it can play in our lives. During the Aquarius new moon, we also have the planet Venus and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. The planet of Venus represents our values and our ideals. and not just our small daily ideals or values, but rather our big visions, our big ideas. Ask yourself, is there a big idea or a big goal that has been coming up for me around this time? Perhaps it's the ideal that you can have a nice relationship with your family. Perhaps it's the realization that this huge value that you have about love and peace, that you haven't actually been practicing it that much. The planet of Saturn is a planet of systems and a planet of commitment. Are there any systems you can set up at this point in time to help you with this large ideal or goal? How can you bring this great idea and vision for the future back to reality? What does this vision or ideal look like in your day-to-day life? When you wake up, when you go to work, or in the ways you talk to those around you. The sign of Aquarius is often concerned with standing out from the rest of the crowd. And now, wrapping up our meditation, imagine yourself holding up this ideal, this value, this vision that you have. And how that perhaps might separate you from the rest of the world, from your friends or your family. And let the uncomfortable feelings, the insecurity around that just drop away from you. Imagine them melting into the floor underneath you. And what's left as you stand there, upholding your values, separate from the group. And you still feel comfortable in that space. You feel comfortable and happy and in alignment because you're acting out of your true values. You can imagine this sort of vision and feeling wrapped in a bubble, and just gently let it float away in the sky until you can no longer see it. Gently go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for today's meditation. I really hope you enjoyed this one. One thing that we didn't consider in the meditation is that the archetype of Aquarius can be quite quirky and fun. So don't be afraid during this time to also just let your quirkiness show and let yourself play a little bit more and just do things because you enjoy them and you find them fun. If you have another 10 to 15 minutes to spare and are curious about what the rest of January has in store for you, then I suggest watching this video where I go through the astrology forecast for January. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.